That's intense. Hold up. Okay. I have no idea if anybody's in here actually right now because the analytics seems to be not showing me anything. Classic YouTube. For some reason it never works. It's cool new music though. Okay, so supposedly there's maybe like 4 people in here. I don't know. Man, YouTube analytics really suck right now. Oh, okay, there we go. I see some people now. Okay. We got Shortcut who's already here. Hello. SQ Queen Studio. Let's go. Yeah, let's go, I guess, yeah. Okay, finally everything's starting to work. Alright, so. New Out Caesar Out Nihil update. I think since I've covered it like 3-4 years ago, I think this is the first time it actually got an update. And some people have been telling me the update is huge, that there's lots of different things, and I mean the music's already pretty cool. Okay, so every time I start a new game, I started directly as the Emperor, but some people have pointed out that if you start as a commoner, there's like a bunch of interesting story quests that you can do. So I think I'm going to go with just a regular playthrough. And if there's anything not safe for work, I need to if I could censor it, that'd be good, just in case, you know, because YouTube and all. Well, at least I am 18. Settlement, normal names. Okay, I'm not really sure what to expect from this. Okay, so we got sandbox, we got... Okay, well, there's a story. Let's go. Difficulty type, loser, Discord schizo, boring, Acan Chad, Acan Giga Chad. I mean, these are the exact same difficulty settings that you would get in like a World of Ice and Fire mod, and I got butchered last time, even when I tried on easier difficulty. I don't know that I want to actually try that. I think I'll be boring. How does that put me? Teleme, salve, Terentius Dux. I was wondering how I would actually call myself in this mod. I have no idea yet. But hello, Teleme. Welcome back. Welcome back to all of you. This is my first live stream since in 2026, so a bit late, but Happy New Year, all of you. Okay, combat, tactical, bandit party size, normal. War cry. When the player makes a war cry with T key, the player agents performs the cheer animation. Sure. Player auxiliary feature. Instead of a dev camera, the player takes over the control of a troop. That's fine. I'm done with that. Auto loot. If enabled, you can, if your inventory management or looting skill is higher than 2, manage the equipment of your companions automatically. Sure. Realistic troop wounding. If enabled, troops may not die immediately, but instead get only wounded, depending on damage done. If damage done is harsher than 40, they will die, even if a blunt weapon was used. Sure. Wounds is really annoying. I will not bother with that. Rest improves morale. Your army needs regular rest and settlement on your campsite from time to time, like a rest with over. I'm going to disable that one because in World of Ice and Fire, it was so annoying. Companions ordered first will spawn first. Sure. Shield Bash is annoying. I think I'll skip that one too. Governor, Lord Appointment Notification. Truce Notification menus. Yeah, that would be annoying. Ray Notification. Yeah, I'd rather not. Lovers discovered. What? I can't even... Acan, see where you're coming... Ah. And back with the puns. Sure, man. Even if you're not involved? Ah, fine. Senate meetings? Sure. No, I'm good. Battle size, I wanted to put it at least 500. 500, that should be fine. There you go. Insane difficulty, no thank you. Gore. Okay, battle morale options. Range troop penalty, more recovery. Double reinforcements during sieges. We'll double the reinforcements during sieges. As a result, large siege battles will take longer. Nah. Ray Grok, hello. Hello to you too, Grok. How you doing? Okay, diplomacy options. Yeah, I don't like that. Battle continuation, terrain advantages. Sure, prejudice level. Should I start as a woman and just like be like really like disadvantaged against disabled companions? No. Disguise system. Deception enables a more complex disguise system while entering hostile centers. Interesting. Charge on death. Sure, man. Okay, so I think that's it. Roman, remember that you shall rule the nations by your authority, for this is to be your skill, to make peace the custom, to spare the conquered, and to wage war until the haughty are brought low. Virgil Aeneid. Fortuna offers you 3 different clothes: a purple robe, a simple toga, or an old and smelly tunic. You take the tunic. Fortes Fortuna Adiuvat. I have no idea how to say that. Oh, hello, we got a cutscene? Showing that means great, I love the update. We'll see, yeah, nice.
Rome was founded by the twins, Romulus and Remus. Under the rule of the 7 kings, Rome grew into a powerful city-state. The kings became too arrogant, debauched and greedy. Thus, the people of Rome drive them out and establish the Republic.
They gotta work on the music here.
Rome conquered and subjugated many tribes and cities.
Okay, hold up. I don't know what happened. Shoot. Why is the music so loud? Your Latin pronunciation is better than average, but it's better with short words, okay. Okay, hold up. And hello everybody, hold up. Jesus Christ. Okay, normal. Yeah, I lowered it, but it's still a little insane right now. Let's try this again, but they did have some sound issues. In that cutscene, the person started talking and just got completely drowned by the music, so I just lowered it a bunch, but I don't know what to expect now.
Legio, aeterna! Aeterna! Victis! Legio, aeterna! Aeterna! Victis! Legio, aeterna!
Okay, let's try this again. Maybe the music will chill now. I mean, if it doesn't, I'm just gonna have to, let's try it.
Rome was founded by the twins, Romulus and Remus. Under the rule of the Seven Kings, Rome grew into a powerful city-state. The kings became too arrogant, debauched and greedy. Thus, the people of Rome drive them out and establish the Republic. The Senate and the people of Rome conquered and subjugated neighboring tribes and city-states. The Romans reflected on their divine origin, that they should
Okay, let's try something else. Hold up. Jesus Christ. Okay. This will be it. Jesus. We'll put the music back on after the cutscene and see what happens. Also, hold up. I'm just gonna bring the volume up so everyone can hear that narration. Okay. Normal. Just wanna make sure I get the same options every time. Gotta start it again. We'll get there, boys. We'll get there. Just skip the cutscene. It isn't special, to be honest. Well, it's my first time, and I want to, you know, let everybody else experience it. You know, it's okay. The barbarians might not be so bad. Wait. So no music at all?
Rome was founded by the twins, Romulus and Remus. Under the rule of the Seven Kings, Rome grew into a powerful city-state. The kings became too arrogant, debauched and greedy. Thus, the people of Rome drive them out and establish the Republic. The Senate and the people of Rome conquered and subjugated neighboring tribes and city-states. The Romans reflected on their divine origin, that they shall rule the world with their authority. Constant wars slowly brought order to the world. The city-states and tribes of southern Italy were subjugated. Other powers noted the conquests and tried to defeat Rome, but the march of the eagles could not be stopped. The Greek city-states, who were so proud about their independence, were subjugated. The successors of Megas Alexandros were conquered. Roman eagles marched as far as Egypt. The expansion reached its peak with the conquest of Gaul and the subjugation of the provinces of Asia Minor. The sheer amount of power had to corrupt. Civil wars shaped the Republic. At first it looked as if the Republic could be saved, but it was rotten in its foundation. The destruction of the Republic was unavoidable. Augustus brought an end to the turmoil and restored order and principles which are the fundament of Roman authority. The conquests continued under him and his successors. From Britannia to Egypt, and from Hispania to Asia marched the eagles of Rome.
I'm sure if there was music here that'd be really dramatic, but okay. I'm not sure if the images were supposed to match like the narration. I have no idea. Or if it's supposed to be saying something else right now, but maybe I wouldn't hear it because it's in the music instead of the sound. I mean, it says press escape to leave.
Time has passed, and great turmoil lies ahead. Voices whispers of doom and destruction, yet others call them fools. The Pax Romana brought light of civilization. Some say Rome has no enemies anymore, which is not true, as Rome has become its own enemy.
Okay. Alright. Hold up, guys. So we don't have any music right now. I'll put it back once I'm set here. The voice got bugged, I think. That's possible. Okay. At your birth, the gods blessed you. Ceres gave you sexual potency. Diana gave you agility. Minerva gave you a sharp mind. Mars gave you strength. Mercurius gave you knowledge. Knowledge! Intro can be skipped in this one? I think so. There was like the escape option. Jupiter gave you the will to power. I'm gonna go with a sharp mind. I wish I was witty, you know. Minerva guards you. You never knew your birth parents. The man you would later call father found you screaming loudly in a reed basket. Am I Moses? Floating along the Tiber. I don't know. It was only with great effort that he managed to get you out of the water and pull you to the safe shore. He and his wife no longer had children of their own. The last one died just a few days earlier as an infant in the crib. They interpreted your appearance as a divine sign and adopted you as their son. They gave you a new home and their love. Your father was Ludi Magister. He taught you to read and write. You received your first training lessons from the woman who became your mother. You helped her in your little street business, and when there wasn't anyone willing to buy your goods, you looked for other ways to get the much-needed money out of other people's pockets. So you went begging until you learned how to cut wallets and how to pick locks. Despite everything, you were spared suffering and illness and had an overall pleasant childhood. Yeah, it was pleasant, you know, pickpocketing. Nevertheless, you always had the feeling that life had to have more in store for you. When you grew up, everything changed. First, your parents told you how they found you in the Tiber and adopted you. You immediately tried to find out more about your origins, but your search was unsuccessful, although not unnoticed. You searched the banks of the Tiber upstream for clues or witnesses, but nobody remembered anything or knew a story of a child abandoned in the river. In the taverns, you were promised answers for money, but while your money was real, the answers you hoped for were fictional. Just when you were about to give up your search, you got knowledge of an old slave who was said to have been in the service of an influential family for some time. With newly gained hope, you made your way to her, but instead of the long dancers, you only found her fresh grave. Deeply dejected, you got drunk in a tavern that evening. That very night, your parents were robbed and murdered in their home. Jesus! Everything's... damn. Tormented by your grief at having lost your parents, again, you looked for their murderers. When you finally found them, you mercilessly slayed them all. However, you were surprised in the act and arrested by the Vigila to be sold into slavery. Damn. Okay, I'm really just hoping if somebody played this mod, can you tell me if there's gonna be anything that's going to get me kicked out by YouTube before I move forward, like? Because surely not me. Like, I think I understand that you played it before. I'm sure, like, I can avoid like visiting brothels and stuff like that because I know they have them in this mod. I just want to make sure that like nothing happens. So my name is Quadus Zeno, and I can't change it. Is that a real person? Historically? It's an interesting name. Okay, so lots of intelligence, lots of charisma, decent strength. Okay. Let's go like this. Dan who watches, yes? Just skip the cutscenes and special. Oh, okay, it's because you already played it, so you know there's some stuff in there. Not as far as I have seen. Okay, well, we got some contradicting answers now. Oratory, definitely. This skill determines how good you are at holding a speech, but also helps to convince someone with an opposite opinion of yours. I know that when you're trying to convince us in it, that's a big one. So I'll put in there leadership. Sure. Definitely need more surgery. Dude, how far can I go? 7 surgery. Well, that's going to be a good start. Already have some writing. Shield, I should get some... Well, it's like I can do much more now anyway. Ballistas. Career usage of ballista? Damn. Okay, well, one-handed for sure. Okay, so that's me about to be sold in slavery. At least I ain't completely naked. Alright. Got some variety of... don't go looking for it and you should be. Okay, fair enough. I think I can manage that. Damn, the hair texture is not that great. I do like the Achilles hair. Don't know what I can do with the beard. It just looks so rough, you know? I don't know. We'll deal with that, and then if I ever need Okay, you are brought to the slave market. As a strong man, you are on track to spend the rest of your life making yourself an early grave in a quarry or mine. But Fortuna had something else in mind. The spoiled daughter of the landowner Marcus Gaius Gratius saw you on the slave market and was impressed by your muscles. She immediately bought you as a toy. Your new life turned out to be a nightmare. You had to satisfy her darkest desires. Jesus! A beard on a Roman? Or are you a barbarian? Well, hey, I've been adopted. I don't know my origins, man. But, dude, this is, You had to satisfy her darkest desires, and if you didn't act as she demanded, you were punished and tortured. As you cannot stand this life, you decide to act. You rally support among the slaves. Since the master is incredibly unpopular, every last slave agrees to your plan to revolt. The slaves carefully collect any tool which can be used as a weapon. On the day of reckoning, the slaves gather in front of the master's house. The time has come to fight for your future. But there you go. Okay, let me try this. My brothers, today is a special day. Today is the day of freedom. For too long we have had to endure the pain of slavery, but today we break our chains. Today, our master will pay for his crimes. Your master approaches, followed by a guard and his daughter. Have you heard that, my daughter? These rats need punishment. Today you will learn how one properly treats rebellious slaves. My daughter, guards, capture them. Then we shall crucify them to set an example. This is not like Achilles, it's mostly William Wallace. Look again at Brad Pitt in Troy. That's the hair. Pretty similar. While he has spoken, more slaves armed with tools have appeared. He realizes the overwhelming number of slaves revolting and panics. No, please, take my wife and daughter instead. Anything, just please spare my life. What a scumbag. Wicked bastards. Brothers, let's show him a lesson he won't forget. To Hades with him. Okay, first of all, oh damn. Well, I got one at least. Oh, speaking about freedom, oh, this and 457 AD are fire, yep. Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. The slaves run havoc in the villa. You try your best to stop them, but without success. Your former master, Marcus Gaius Gratius, is captured and forced to watch how 2 slaves rape his daughter, then both are tortured to death. Meanwhile, you try to loot the villa, but the other slaves set it ablaze. In the chaos, you weren't able to loot anything of value, but then, additional guards approached. Most of the slaves are captured by the guards, while some manage to flee into the forest. Some guards are chasing you, and you run as fast as you have never run before in your life. Luckily, you spot a farmer with his carriage driving along a road. You jump into the carriage and hide yourself. The farmer didn't notice. The guards are too exhausted and head back. Soon you fall asleep. This is hardcore from the start, man. Your farmer was driving to Rome. When you awake, you witness the eternal city for the first time in your life and become overwhelmed by its splendor. You are awestruck. The streets are crowded with hundreds of people. Plebeians from all rungs of society can be seen. Farmers, bakers, merchants, craftsmen, and more doing their daily business, with a few patricians mingling among them. As you're taking in the view, the carriage suddenly halts. You decide to jump from the carriage and give a short prayer of thanks. As you have not even a single denarius, you stir around the streets thinking about a good way to obtain some coins. Suddenly you hear something. By the gods. What is going on? I'm about to get mugged? Missing the shield for that posture. This just feels like the same, you heard something and the sword coming out from its scabbard. Oof. Dude, I know I picked the story, but like, am I just doing like the vanilla starting now? Wow. Are you serious? There better be something else to this. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Gaius Lucarius, a merchant from a small but noble family. I am Claudia Zeno. You have the mark of a slave on your leg. Same for the start? Really? I will not inform the guard, nor will I torture you. You are the man I was searching for. There is a dangerous task I need. Not a situation right now. Rome faces harsh times. Bandits are bringing to town more frequently. I believe some kind of bandit cartel has been established. The story is very extensive. It's not forcing you down a path, but there is a path. Okay. The Watch Commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers, fewer men to keep an eye on the streets, but I am not sure what to make of that. It seems to me that the most logical explanation is that these bandits have an ally inside the walls, who helps them enter unnoticed and helps them identify particularly tempting targets. Last week, you see, they took my brother. So it's the same thing. I don't know what my brother was thinking. A lad from a permanent house, out alone after dark. You're just putting in more words. This is filler. If this is the exact same quest as starting native, that's just meh. Since I have no other choice, I have to accept your offer. I value my life. 2,000 denarii. I am happy we agree with each other. You won't be able to do this by yourself, though. If you try and take on the whole gang single-handedly, the hunter will become the hunted, I'll warrant. Read the PDF from the website. It's a short read. Hey, I'm going in blind, okay? I ain't gonna do that. Except for when you guys give me input. But you can take a look at nearby villages, though you won't be allowed to recruit good troops there sometimes. Some shepherds, volunteers to join, and of course you also need proper equipment. So take these 2,000 denarii, buy yourself some weapons, and gather some men. I will fake a document saying that I bought you from Marcus Gaius Cretius. You are my slave as long as you are working for me, but as I said, I will set you free once the task is done. You should consider yourself lucky. If one of the guards would have captured you, then you would be tortured and killed. Fantastic. Get lots of troops, okay. Boar Spear, Simple Round Shield, Spy Club, okay. Okay, well, let's take a look at the map real quick. I haven't seen it in a while. It's largely the same. Factions might have been updated though. It's been a while. There's a lot of people in here, yo. 1,300 in the garrison, my god. Oh, there's a game. Oh, shoot. Participate in the chariot race. Participate in the horse race. Watch the beast fight. Participate in the chariot race. A true charioteer knows how to command their beast. When the movement is right, you may press G to furiously urge your horses into a desperate sprint, giving you a burst of speed to overtake a rival or break for the finish line. Be warned, this effort takes a tremendous toll on your animals. Each use saps their vitality, and even the strongest horse can be driven to collapse and death if pushed too far. Manage their stamina, or you'll both end up as a wreckage on the Spina. I've never done a chariot race. I think that's part of the update. I don't remember seeing that at all. It's not like I played it that much, but okay. I don't want to bet too much. It's hard. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Press K to start the race. Oh my god. What are they doing? Okay, well, let them wreck each other up a bit. Oh, oh, damn. It is part of the update? Okay. Wow. Okay, like, I really won't go much faster than this. So, if I'm looking to, little beat. Dude, stay away from me. What? No, I did use G. But what caused the break? I was using G. Do I have to like keep mashing it? I was using G. But I don't understand why I just kind of broke out of nowhere. That was so weird. Good thing I only bet 100 because I had no idea what I was getting into. But okay. So recruit 10 men. Alright, let's focus on that. Well, there's some deserters like right in my face. Let's just go here. Yeah, that was a little ridiculous. 5 Romani Rustisi. 100 dinars each. What? 100 dinars for some basic ass recruits. Like Banner? Yeah, it did remind me of Banner for sure, but damn. At this rate, Novice Fighter will become the Emperor of Rome before you, for sure. The other chariot breaks yours. I was barely standing next to it, and I see all these chariots colliding into each other, and none of them break. But it's me, and boom! Just like that? That was so weird. Okay, so what do you expect from the French Unk? The Rome Total War music. Never gets old. I have no idea how strong they are. I got all my life, right? Yep. Okay, so I have to go speak to the guy. Bruh. Well, at least they don't give chase for long. What's going on here? Those look like unique locations? Oh, it's a training field. Okay. And what about this? Necropolis of Tarquini? You have arrived at the wind-swept hills overlooking Tarquini, the site of the most magnificent Etruscan necropolis ever discovered. Before Rome was an empire, the Etruscans dominated this land, and their legacy is whispered from the silent burial mounds that dot the landscape. This is a true city of the dead, where tombs are arranged in a grid of streets and squares, each a subterranean home for a noble family, its walls painted with scenes of a life now lost to time. I don't have any weapons, so I'm guessing I just find someone to talk to or something? Or maybe there's some loot hidden somewhere. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with that just yet. Let's just go here. So the sound effects for the steps are a little too hardcore. Splendid work. You have hired enough men to take on the bandits. Now, traveler, entering Roma. Travelers entering have told us that there is a small group of roaders lurking on the outside of town. I suspect they are all from the same band, that one that took my brother. Okay. What? Okay. All I ever wanted was a small house I could call my home, a woman who loves me and who I love, and something to eat every day. I strive for these goals. Alas, I have failed. I have no home, nobody ever loved me, and my stomach is empty day by day. Yeah, is this a crime? Romans, is this a crime? I don't fear death. I have never feared it. I know of no one among you fear it. Otherwise, you wouldn't survive in this city. Except one person. He points at Nero. Oh, nice. He fears death. He is a god? Is he not? What god can he be if he fears death? I spit at you, Mother Slayer. Damn. Bring the lions! Bring the lions quickly! Hornmen, give the signal. Oh shoot! Lions looking pretty good. Just wait. Absolute cinema? Yeah, you're telling me. The spectacle ends with a riot. People shout insults and throw stones at Nero. The Praetorians appear to disperse the mob. Some people die, others are wounded. Finally, the mob scatters. You wander through the streets still dazed by the events, as a shady person appears. Really good immersion, yeah. I do like the dialogue, it's very theatrical. Ave, friend, you watch this spectacle too? This world is full of cruelty. What a shame that honorable people are murdered in such a way. But there is a hope for this dark world. You must know, I am part of the Christian community, and we are always looking for new people, especially poor people like you. People who have enough from this suffering. Away with you, Valbega! Now I ain't ready to be a Christian yet. Should I be a Christian? Should I convert? It would be interesting to lead the Christian Reformation of the Empire. What do you think, guys? Am I becoming a Christian, or am I... I don't want to be rude to him. He seems nice. So, one of the two top options. Whoever answers first will decide. Decisions. I forgot if you have to do the quest for the sack of Rome. I have no idea. Anytime I played Houses on the Hill, I just played as the Emperor in Sandbox, basically. I didn't really do any story. Ah, what the hell? Let's go the righteous path. Because nobody answering. I'll flip a coin. Heads or tails? Heads for religion. Heads for becoming a Christian. Break the matrix. Become a Jew instead. It's a good way to earn money early game if you do this quest. Mazel tov. Oh man, that guy just broke his elbow, his elbow trying to look at his nails. That was intense. So tell me, which did you get, heads or tails? Okay, you'll have to go Christian then. All right, I called it. Very good. I think it would be best for you if you would join our community. You should know that we help the poor people of Rome. Sounds interesting. Very good, but we should continue our conversation somewhere else. Come with me. Something forces you to follow him. It's the Spirit of Christ. You slip through the narrow passages of Rome's hidden tunnels, shadows embracing your every step. Guided by the mysterious man, you trace the ancient labyrinth, a clandestine journey leading you to a concealed chapel. The flickering candlelight reveals sacred murals on stone walls, echoing hushed prayers. As you approach, a clandestine chapel unveils itself, a sanctum where faith thrives in secrecy. The air is charged with reverence, and you, an unwitting adventurer, become a witness to the clandestine devotion hidden beneath the heart of Rome's intricate tapestry. You follow Petronius. He leads you through isolated streets, then he blindfolds you. You hear female laughs, and a female hand removes the blindfold from your eyes. You see strangers, but Petronius is gone. Ave Pax Vobiscum. Ave? Okay, I guess I gotta speak to the priest. Musculus. Mercius. What do you mean with salvation? Oh, poor soul. Have you never heard from Christus, our Savior? I am afraid not. Then I will tell you. Christus was born several years ago in Bethlehem. He was the true Son of God. He did many miracles and helped people and fought the suffering. Then this stupid governor, Pontius Pilatus, crucified him. 3 days later he was reborn, and now we wait that he come back to save us all. Well, basically that's it. Pax Vobiscum means peace with you? Interesting. Okay, thanks. I understand. Okay. Ave, Petronius told me we have a newcomer. I have made everything ready for your baptism. Baptism? What is this? Petronius said that I would help poor people. That's why I followed him. Yes, that is the way we help people. After being baptized, you become a Christ. You become a Christ and are cleansed. Christus did the same, and now we are committing the same ceremony upon you. Do not worry, it won't hurt. Prepare to be purified. But I do not want this baptism thing. I see. I have no choice. Bring me the cup of water. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. You are one of us, brother. Now that you are a Christ, I am filled with a new resolution and determination. This is a happy day. You should be proud to have joined us. Now listen to me. This is of the utmost importance. You must do something very crucial to our faith. Do you understand? It appears that I am left with... Jesus Christ, these elbows! It appears that I am left with no other choice once again. What am I tasked with? Oh, I got 5,000 denarii. Nice. Visit the prison and attempt... One of our friends was imprisoned by the Romans. Visit the prison and attempt to gain access. I want to know if he is still alive. I am sure you will learn something useful from him if he is. He can guide you through our shared faith. Now go, enter the prison and learn his fate. I am certain that the guards will need a bribe. Take this purse of coin. I am sure it will be needed. When you learn of the truth, come back to me. Very well. I will go to the prison. Okay. I just hope I don't have to walk too far here. Where's the prison? Do I have to go somewhere else? Jesus Christ, I'm going to be walking for a while. Props to the scenery, though. It's amazing. I'm not even sure where that prison would be. Maybe there? If that's the door. That's just a guard. Castle guard? Okay, so the prison guard should be closed. There you go. He's currently in the oubliette. Oubliette's a French word. It doesn't exist yet, guys. Come on. They actually have oubliettes, but that's a French thing, isn't it? From the Middle Ages. Have a visitor. Thank the Lord. The rats are attentive listeners, but their conversation is wanting. What brings you to this darkness? You must be Polus. A man named Musculus sent me to find you. I am Polus, yes. So, you are not one of the jailer's new acquisitions? I bribed the guard with gold from Musculus. He needs to know if you are still among the living. Praise be to Christus. Tell Musculus I am alive, though I do not think for much longer. The cold and damp of this oubliette gnaw at the bones, and the bread is scarce. But in my spirit, I am joyful. Joyful? How can you be joyful? This place is a tomb, and you will soon be dead. This is the cleanest, most comfortable oubliette I've ever seen. That too. This place may be my tomb, but my death is my deliverance. When I die, I will be with my God, and his great promise to me will be fulfilled. How can you be so certain? What if there are no gods to greet you? You are right, there are no gods. The idols of Jupiter and Mars are just stone and gold, graven images crafted by human hands. There is only one God, almighty and unseen, who offers salvation through his Son, Christus. His truth is not made of marble, but of love. I still don't understand. What makes you so certain? What makes you so certain this one God exists? Because I once served the very darkness I now oppose. I was not always a follower of the way. I was Solus of Tarsus, a hunter of these people. I pursued them with fire in my heart, believing them to be a sickness I had to purge. But on the road to Damascus, the living Christus spoke to me from a light that blinded all reason. Solus, he said, why do you persecute me? And I was struck blind. For 3 days, I was lost in a world of total darkness. Then a follower of the way, a man named Ananias, came to me. He said God had sent him, and he laid his hands upon me. At that moment, it was as if scales fell from my eyes. I could see again, not just the world, but the truth. From that day, I was no longer Solus the persecutor, but Polus, a servant of Christus, charged with spreading his word throughout the empire. I don't believe it. And a God who forgives his own persecutor? That sounds like weakness. Ah, you see through the eyes of this world. Is it weakness for a father to forgive his lost son? Forgiveness is the ultimate strength. Your heart still clings to the pride of man, that revenge is justice, and strength is dominance. But that is the law of beasts, not of God. Christus teaches us to love, even our enemies. He teaches us that all are equal in his sight, slave and Caesar, tribune and beggar. All are his children. All are equal? That is a radical thought. What is this realm of God you speak of? Yes, the hierarchies of men are towers built on sand, meaningless before the judgment of God, who is the only true authority. Alright guys, we're doing some actual preaching here. And I'm just using a bit of voice acting to pace it up, okay? When this world reaches its end, Christus will return, not as a sovereign servant, but as a righteous judge over all who have ever lived. And on that day, the realm of God will begin. Every soul, living and dead, will be judged. Not by their wealth or station, but by the state of their heart. The sins of pride, hatred, greed, and violence will be weighed. To live a life worthy of Christus is to live a life of humility, to show love where there is hate, and to give aid to the poor and the suffering. It's a beautiful vision, a world better than this cruel one. But it sounds as if your followers obey not out of love, but out of fear of this final judgment. And what sort of punishment can a God of love deliver? There are mysteries of God that the mind of man cannot fully grasp. Can a child understand all the reasons of his father? I cannot show you God. I can only tell you that this truth is real, more real than the stone walls around us. Open your heart to it, and you will begin to understand. Okay. Talk to Musculus to claim your reward. And Musculus is, where? In the streets? Okay, so we have the main story and then those are special quests. Okay, well that's interesting. Let's try it. Sure. Didn't there used to be like so many more options of places you could visit though? Visit the temples. Meet the Magister. Okay, so we have all the temples right here, sure. But no, I think I just have to go here. L'Arcade, hello. Well, hello. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? So I'm supposed to find the guy, like, in this crowd? Really? Wait, is that Paul the Apostle? I have no idea. I'm not actually that well versed on my Christian lore, I must say. Especially from that period. But maybe. But is the guy just supposed to be hanging around here somewhere? I have no idea. This place is huge. And that's about as far as it goes. Sure, man. Okay, I can't win against you. Yeah, it's Paul, it's 63 AD, and he dies in a year or two from now. Interesting, okay. Ave, it's not common to see Roman tribunes in short hold place and among such ordinary people. It's fair to say that I used to visit far more impressive places and more noble people, however, many things changed since then. I am, as you foretold, Tribunus Militaris. Used to be one, for I served in the Parthian Wars until the peace with them was signed. After that I got retired from service. That's a companion, I think, right? Yeah. I ended in Rome, among Augustins, thanks for a friendship with Gaius Petronius, Magister Elegante of Nero. I used to attend parties at the Imperial Palace and became well known among the aristocracy. Everything, however, changed since I met Lygia in Polus's villa one day. Oh, he's a Christian? I was a different person back then, authoritarian, proud, wrathful, and brutal. I initially didn't love Lygia, however, she brought my interest, nevertheless. I tried to court her unsuccessfully, which almost resulted in tragedy, and my demise at the hands... And my demise at the hands of Lygia's guard Ursus. It was a turning point in my life, first because I learned that Lygia is Christian. I paid a Greek to spy on her, which led me to be knowing Christian community myself. Second, because I learned that Nero's lifestyle is utterly degenerate and immoral. I lost interest in it, leaving the palace to itself. Instead, I dedicated myself to a more noble lifestyle, became accustomed to Christians, and most importantly, learned that I actually love Lygia as person, not as flesh. I am looking for her to repent for my sins before her, but while I am doing so, I only would need to find means to make a living, like rejoining the military, that is. Just like that! What's he got? Nice. I should grab all his gear. Okay, well, I usually go that way. So I guess I'll try going that way to see if there's anybody else. Dude, where's the guy I'm supposed to be speaking to? Yeah, I've talked with police, now report back to Musculus. Hint, to find Musculus, search for Petronius in the streets of Rome. So I need to find Petronius in the streets of Rome. Where is Petronius? That's the question. I have my doubts. In this mod, are there female troops? I have no idea. I have to ask, I don't think so. Well, maybe, but not regular troops. Maybe like Sword Sisters equivalent? It's in the title, man. The title is Out Caesar on the Hill. It's also in the thumbnail. It's Acan. You'll find it on the workshop in Steam. Although they have a link to download it manually. Bro, can someone tell me where, what's his name? Petronius. I need to find Petronius. He's supposedly in the streets of Rome, but I have no idea where he'd spawn. Does he walk like other people? Like, what? Okay, well, until someone answers me, let me find these rubbers. Charge, gentlemen, charge. Those things look cool. Almost as good as the update in Manor. And they're good. Damn. That was effective. The right corner when you enter the city square, go at night, go with 6 oil. The red corner when you enter the city square, go at night, go with 6 oil. Why would I be going with 6 oil? Are you trying to get me to start something else? It's about Zan invasions and last years of Rome, basically. Kidnappers hideout, there you go. What mod is that? Dude, I told you, it's Out Caesar, Out Nihil. Someone write in the comments for Zone Coup. The grain ships have sunk. Several ships carrying grain bound for Rome have sunk, threatening famine in the city. Caesar has acted decisively, ordering emergency measures to secure new grain supplies for the city. The people of Rome are relieved, though the treasury feels the strain. I did not expect that while he's doing charge. Is that everybody? Or is there more? Because there's more. Can't even tell who's who and if they're with me or not, but that was a lot of them. We lost a lot of people, and there's still more spawning? How many of them are there? Shoot. Okay, I gotta be more careful. Jesus. Those sounds. Okay, is that all of them? Because I'm literally the last survivor. Okay, thank God. Bruh. Good thing I had high surgery. Anything good? 24/7? There you go. Leather boots. Sure. Hand axe, definitely. Any hats? Any food? Oh hey, I got your oil. Oh, they don't upgrade at all. Okay, they have no upgrading tree or something. Okay. Okay, well, hey, we're late night. Let me see. What you were talking about, surely not me. You're not putting me in trouble now, are you? The right corner when you enter the city square, go at night. With 6 oil. Well, I got the oil, that's for sure. So I entered the city square. You mean this area right here? Petronius. Okay, thank you. That worked. Well, there we go. Am I not supposed to talk to him? Oh, Musculus Mermesius. Okay. An official site has latest version, yeah. Will never cause you any issues. Well, thank you for being truthful this one time. I have talked with Polis. He seems to be still alive, but he is sick. I guess he won't survive any longer in the prison. They threw him into the oubliettes. I thought something like that. I have some coins for you as a reward. Where are you getting that money, man? I have another task for you, friend. Listen carefully. You must bring us 8 loads of oil. Yes, oil. We need for a surprise. Here, I give you 10,000 denarii for this important task. Oh, that's why you were talking about the oil. Well, I got it all from the lair. Thank God. Now we can proceed with the plan. Everything will happen according to God's will. What do you mean? Well, what happens now is none of your business. You will see the results soon. You should leave this place. We won't come back. You leave the place. You start wandering through the streets of Rome and think that life isn't that bad with all the money you now have. Then you smell something. Smoke. Smoke! That means fire! Chaos breaks out around you. People start screaming and running away. Now you realize Rome burns. It is wild, believe me. Chaos breaks out around you. People start screaming, now running away. Now you realize Rome burns. You try to fight your way out of the chaos, but you're attacked by some looters who use the opportunity to pillage some houses. Oh, damn. We just set Rome ablaze. That early in the game? Wow. Bruh, how do I keep missing? There you go. Am I supposed to run away? Damn. As the smoke is getting thicker, you decide it's best to leave Rome as fast as possible. Finally, you manage to reach a gate and leave the city. Luckily, I am alive. The Great Fire of Rome. Sing, muse, of the fiery tempest rage that swept through Rome in a relentless blaze. The great fire, a dragon's wrath unbound, consuming the heart of the ancient town. As flames danced high in the midnight air, a city's dream turned to smoke and despair. Rome, once grand and proud, reduced to ashes beneath a fiery shroud. My poetry pacing is pretty decent, I think. Was the Great Fire of Rome actually started by Christians? I don't know much about it. Fires are common in Rome, but today the greatest fire in history struck the Eternal City. This disaster lasted for 6 days and destroyed nearly the entire city, killing thousands and thousands of people. Rumors spread Caesar Augustus Nero Claudius has ordered to set the fire. Others say the gods have raged against Rome. Still others accuse the Christians of setting the fire. To counter the rumors, Caesar Augustus Nero Claudius also accuses the Christians of arson. Well, damn. Wow. That was rough. And I still have 2 more oils. What should we do with the rest of the oil? Where else? Should we go to Constantinople? You spot a small group of people gathered before the entrance of a small cave. Nothing special at all. Nevertheless, you decide to stop and approach them. Someone says, please, please, tell Christos to save us. Tell him to save us. He can't let us all die. Isn't he not? Save us, O Lord. Tell our Lord to save us. Do not be afraid, the Lord is near. We cannot and must not run away. Now go, and live as the Lord wanted, and die as the Lord wants, as dying is part of life. Oh, there they are. Thanks, Terry, Nero said. Is that Jesus? I saw a crowd gathered here earlier. I am curious what was happening. Who are you, and what did those people want from you? I am Petrus, and those people, they were afraid. They came seeking miracles, hoping I could save them from sickness or death, but that is not in my power. My name is Claudia Zeno. I have heard stories of the miracles your Christus performed, but I've also heard tales of Apollo's healing. Insane men worship Caesar as a living god. Miracles seem to be everywhere. God is not a stage magician, my friend. He does not perform tricks for an audience. The stories of the old gods are just that, stories. And no Caesar, however powerful, has ever been more than a man. Is that St. Peter? Maybe! You guys are gonna know the lore better than me, so most of it's gonna be lost on me, I'm sure. I'm not so sure. I've seen things myself. Sometimes when I sacrifice to the gods before a battle, I feel my wounds ache less. My arm grows stronger. Do your wounds truly heal? Or does the belief that they will simply give you the strength to ignore the pain? The mind is a powerful thing. Well, I think on it. No, the wounds never vanished. It was always in my head. When my men believe the gods are with us, they fight like lions. When they fear the gods have abandoned them, their hearts are filled with dread and they break easily. Oh, surely not me. You just tuned in for the fire, and as soon as the fire is done, you just leave? Alright. I'm done. You're like the meme of that little girl smelling the camera with the house on fire in the back? Exactly. Superstition is a powerful motivator, especially for men who live by the sword. But if your god performs no miracles, how do you know he exists? I've seen things in my life I cannot explain. That is why I believe in the divine. God exists, not as a magician in the sky, but through the action of good people. Consider this. A man prays every day for a wife, a farm, and a family, but he does nothing else. Is he strong and able? He is strong and able, but he only prays. He will die old, alone, and hungry. Now consider a woman who never prays, but works hard her entire life and shows kindness to her neighbors. Will she not have everything the other men wished for? She has already found her place in God's kingdom. Breadbear is here. It's been a while, Breadbear. But I can't understand Polish. Forgive me. But then what is the point of God? If we must do everything ourselves, why do we need him at all? He is not useless. He is comfort. Imagine a man so sick he cannot work. The world ignores him, but God does not. In his faith, in his prayers, he finds the strength to endure his suffering with peace in his heart. But he still suffers. His God does not take away his pain. His pain is on the earth. His pain on this earth? No. But God promises him relief in the life to come. How can he know that? How can he know this heaven is real? And if God loves us, why does he allow us to suffer in the first place? If all people follow the way of Christus, the sick man in my story would not suffer alone. His neighbors would care for him. The suffering exists because people turn away from God's path. Yet even so, for the man who keeps his faith, there is redemption waiting at the end of his journey. Right now, are you playing right now, my friend? Acan, Outseas on the Hill, the new update, and we're doing the story mode, and we just burned Rome to the ground. It was fun. You should go back a bit. I'm still not sure I understand. Does God want us to be poor and helpless? What of a strong man with no legal way to feed his family? Is it sin for him to steal bread? God does not want us to suffer, but he gave us free will, the freedom to choose. And with that freedom comes the ability to make sinful choices that cause suffering for ourselves and for others. The man who steals will then suffer his crime in the afterlife. God's path is to live without sin, even when it is difficult. I see. I hope I have given you some clarity. The world is a confusing place, and God's ways are not always easy for us to understand. Do you have more questions? It is always good to ask. Did you know Christus personally? Yes, I was a simple fisherman when he called me. I walked with him. I saw his works, and I saw his death. Interesting. Are followers of Christus forbidden from killing? The Master taught us to turn the other cheek, to not meet violence with violence. However, some argue that a man has a right to defend his life. My advice is this. Always seek peace. Use words before you use a sword. And if you must fight, show mercy. I've heard some Christians speak of the end of the world. Is it coming soon? I do not know the hour. Many who speak of it are driven by fear. But in a way, the world has already ended. God sent his Son to cleanse the world of sin. This is the dawn of a new age. Do you have any other questions? I'm still confused. Christus wants us to live, yet we all die. Yes, he wants us to truly live. This life is only a small part of that. Death is a doorway, not an end. Only those who live in sin have reason to fear what lies beyond it. If you follow the path of Christus, you have nothing to fear. I got 1200 experience. Oh, you can't see because of my camera, but I got XP from this. You have not wasted my time. A question asked is a step towards wisdom. The most lost are those who never ask. I must head to Rome now. My time has come. Pax vobiscum. Okay, so I need to go back to Rome, back into the tavern. But first I must escape. Okay, there's a lot going on here. But, If I ever need to, yeah, definitely St. Peter. Yeah, probably. I only have 3 people. Ah, shoot. I didn't expect that I would get support from bribing guards. I'm just trying to go get the Warband going. I need more troops. But there's bandits everywhere. There's so many bandits everywhere. Damn. I'm guessing the Tronists are like looters. Maybe. Oh, so I made a level, but I only got skill points. That's weird. Get some looting going. Some of this, some of this. Venice is just a village right now? I guess in this time period it's possible. Nice place though. They're so expensive though. Also, I need to buy food. Okay. I have 13,000, so that's not bad. Before I go back to Rome, I'd just like to get a bit of a warband going and see if I can beat some bandits. That'd be nice. Okay, now they're afraid of me. That's good. Alright, people are farming up. And they're attacking us. And they spawn pretty close, which is good. I can't see the icons above the troops. Where do I have to go for that again? Ah, there we go. Jeez, I'm gonna figure this out. Damn. It's funny that the swings need to be closer to start firing, considering they had greater range than bows originally.
Villagers! Dispertite!
Every time I give some specific comments, it ends up doing a lot. Come on, guys. How hard are they to beat? They're right there. Come on. Bruh. Oh my god, they're slaughtering us. Bruh. What? Why are they slaughtering us? Why are they throwing rocks and nothing's happening? Oh, we got 2 of them. I mean, we're supposed to be outnumbering them comfortably. Archers are here too now. That might help a bit, but Jesus Christ, they are wrecking us. Come on, archers. Well, that's good. Okay, I think we got him, but holy hell, that was tough. Right in the face. We got him, but barely. Jesus Christ. That was tough. 16, so that's like 32. That was rough. After the battle, a somber elegy envelops you. Amidst the silent expense of the battlefield, you traverse bearing witness to the fallen warriors. Their bodies a testament to the harsh toll of war. Death, a familiar companion, now looms larger than ever before, casting a shadow over your existence. In this moment, life's purpose feels fleeting and insubstantial. What if the next skirmish claims your life? Will your deeds be etched into the annals of memory, or shall you fade into oblivion like the countless souls who met their demise this day? Give me something good. Gladius? One-handed, well. Hold up. Yeah, it's not as good. Even the woolen cap is better than everything I got here. It's interesting how you get no attributes anymore. I definitely gotta get some throwing going. Okay. It's hard, man.
Out for a stroll, are we?
Shoot. How many? Your party 4. They're size 16. Are you kidding me? Cover the retreat, is that? Yeah, that ain't great. Oof. Trying to help a village, I have no idea how that would go. But let me see here. Anything interesting I can buy? Pretty expensive, yo. Why do you love Warband so much? Like Bannerlord is option to just asking. Crafty, you may want to try answering that question again. I'm not sure I understand. Why do I love Warband so much? I think I just I could flesh it some more, but I just think it's a really good game, and the mods make it so much gives it so much replayability. If you're talking about like whether Bannerlord is an option, well, that's an interesting point to make, and I'm actually been working on for the past 2 weeks sporadically on a video comparing the two games again, because I've done that video 3 years ago. I'm making the video again to make a new comparison. And yeah, Bannerlord is also really good. The main problem for me right now is that my PC is a little too old to be comfortably streaming Bannerlord. I often have a lot of lag when I try and live stream it, so that's why I almost end up streaming Warband instead. Yo, that looks cool, but oh, Zunku became a member. Well, thank you so much, Zunku. Welcome, welcome to the gang. Sorry, my keyboard is on fire. I wanted to say Bannerlord is an option too. Of course it's an option, and I've done a lot of Bannerlord content, but sorry. Zonku, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And that reminds me that there's actually like 18 people in here. If you guys feel so inclined, you can get a membership, which is largely symbolic because you want to support me. Or if you want, you can even just give a super chat. No pressure though. But it's always very much appreciated. So thank you, Zonku. Venator, you're coping. Bannerlord has no soul and modding is not the level of Warband. Hard disagree. You will see when my video comes out. It's getting really good. Bannerlord is getting seriously good. But okay, enough shopping around. Wish it would look better. That's too much. I do prefer with a mask. It's just kind of badass, you know? But, I think I'll have to stick for something simple for now. Leather boots seems to be the best I can get. Yeah, no other shoes available. I think we'll stick to that for now. I have 4,000 hours in them combined, but what do I know? Well, why would you say it has no soul if you spent so much time? I mean, I have 2,000 hours in Warband, and I have, I think, close to 600 in Bannerlord. Why? I feel like, Venator, I feel like if you would say that, even after all the time you've played, like, wouldn't you have figured out that, wouldn't you figured that out much earlier? Your opinion that it has no soul without spending, like, who knows how many hours you have in it? I do think a lot of people who still argue, because it lacks of the minor features that Warband had. Feasts, marriages. You can have marriages for one. Feasts, you can have them with a sum mod. A lot of the things that people complain about lacking in Bannerlord, you can easily add with some mods. I mean, granted, if you're just comparing base games, that's an argument you can make. But if you're adding mods on top, there's so many sum mods on Bannerlord to make it like, to make it resemble Warband, but better, and to just add even more stuff that wasn't even present in Warband. It just gives you way more freedom than you even had on Warband. Native Plus mods on Bannerlord, it's not even a competition. It's very good for huge battles, but you said it has no soul and mods aren't on the same level. Even that, I would say it's increasingly more debatable. But it becomes a grind fest really quickly, and Warband isn't a grind fest. Like, it gets grindy for Warband too. They're the same game design to the extent that they do the same thing. I mean, I'm not saying, I know a lot of people prefer Warband over Bannerlord, and that's fine. But I think the reasons that people bring it up, you know, is because I lost my train of thought because now I'm looking at this. I think a lot of people who bring up like why Warband is better, they're often just making excuses and they're kind of coping. Maybe that's not you. But I feel like if you were, even the mod you're playing right now has a lot more interesting features than Bannerlord mods. Well, again, there are so many mods on Bannerlord that just enhance the experience significantly. It is true that this mod does a lot, but it also comes with years of work. Eagle Rising would currently be the Roman Empire mod on Bannerlord, but you can add so many more sub-mods to it yourself that make it even better. I'm not trashing Bannerlord, I'm just saying Warband is a bit more soul through features and creativity. Okay, well, I think I understand better where you're coming from, but again, I agree to disagree even in that sense. I think the main issue is that Warband, by design, is so small, that makes it even easier to mod, but its level of details and its potential will always be fundamentally limited, whereas with Bannerlord, if you were to have a similar mod, every time you have a comparable mod on Bannerlord to that of Warband, it just feels largely better to me. Like the Old Realms, the Warhammer Fantasy mod for Bannerlord is so much better than Warsword Conquest, because it has the more recent engine, the better graphics, the bigger battles, the more versatile modding capabilities that makes it so that magic really feels like it's working properly, whereas artillery is but we're not talking potential now, do we? We're talking now. Yeah, well, I'm talking about now too. You compare Shokuho to Gekkokujo, Shokuho is better. You compare the Old Realms to Warsword Conquest. Yes, Warsword Conquest is technically more complete, but every facet that it offers is fundamentally limited by the old Warband engine, whereas the Old Realms on Bannerlord can do so much more. And that's what I'm really talking about. Anyway. Battle of Cannae. 2.5 centuries ago, Consuls Gaius, Terentius Varro, and Lucius Aemilius Polus faced Hannibal on the field of Cannae, in what must be Rome's greatest defeat. The united Roman army had 3 men for every 2 of Hannibal's soldiers. I think it was more like 2 to 1, wasn't it? How is Shokuho better than Gekkokujo? In every way. Visuals, items, immersion, scenery, quality, and the possibility that you have of adding your own sub-mods on top of it. It is better. It has artillery too. It has cannons and sieges, which is something that Gekkokujo doesn't have. Like, I understand that if you're going from Warband to Bannerlord, in a lot of ways, you're just talking about like the better graphics, the higher quality in like every little aspect, but that translates into mod as well. So, in that sense, Shokuho is better than Gekkokujo. It's showing again that Bannerlord's modding capabilities and the engine are capable of so much more than Warband. That doesn't mean Gekkokujo is bad. It just means Shokuho's better. And it is. The moment I started playing it, I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Hannibal built a longer, looser line with his most powerful troops on the flanks. His forces pretended, well, I know how the battle went. After hundreds of legionaries were killed each minute for hours, until darkness allowed some to escape in the confusion. The Roman army was annihilated. Polus was killed, while Varro escaped with a few survivors to face the shame. Instead of surrendering, however, Rome doubled its resolve. After 30 days of mourning, the word peace was outlawed, and crying in public was banned. They raised new armies, operating independently under different commanders, and eventually pushed Punic forces back to Africa. After the Battle of Zama, the war finally ended in a Roman victory. We have to keep the proportions, though. This is like saying Game 2 is better than Game 1. Absolutely, Viking Conquest is amazing. Revolutionary, I'd say. My video will go into a comparison of Viking Conquest and War Cells, because they both offer seafaring as a mechanic. And what I end up saying, basically, is that War Cells is much better with ships, whereas Viking Conquest offers so much more, you know? It's like, do you prefer ships, or do you prefer everything else that Viking Conquest offers? It really comes down to this. Such a shameful defeat of Roman army shall never happen again. Well, wasn't the ambush at the forest in Germany after Battle of Cana? Yes, it was. Okay, we're starting to look a little better now. This is kind of my entire point in this discussion. I think VC and Warcells probably nails it. A more advanced DLC technically with no soul versus an older version with more features and creativity. Well, to be fair, Viking Conquest is just like the paid version of Britain Walda, which is a mod in of itself. If you had a DLC that took you to feudal Japan and it was made using the modding team from Shokuho, that would essentially be the same thing as Viking Conquest with Warband. It's not the devs that made it. The Viking Conquest was made by the modders, and it's the modders that actually bring soul to the games, not so much the devs, because Calradia by itself, like, it's like a fantasy world that is essentially the same as the real world. It's like, it's not a particularly memorable world in of itself, you know. And when people like make jokes with the Butterlord or all the characters from Warband Jeremis got knocked down or something, I think it's just a play on nostalgia. It's that doesn't mean the game is inherently amazing in that capacity. What really made the Mountain Blade games amazing, it's the genre it created. RPG and Total War put in one, which is how I've described it in the past. I didn't expect that talking to a guy would lead to something. That is interesting. The fact that it leads to so much more. You rush out into the street of a scene to a scene of chaos. Women are screaming and a dark pool of blood is spreading across the cobblestones from beneath. Well, that's true. So Bannerlord failed to capitalize on that in particular. Well, no memorable companions. Yeah, the problem with the companions... That is something that I do bring up. I feel like the characters, the NPCs in Bannerlord are very forgettable. Like I can comfortably like tell you like who all the rulers are and what they're all about and what the factions are all about, but there are so many clans, and each clan has so many members in it that I can barely remember any of those in particular. Like if you were trying to make lords join your cause when you're doing your own kingdom in Warband, you kind of knew after a while which lords to attract based on the kind of playthrough you were having. If you're going for a honorable playthrough, you knew to get Jarl Aida, and if you were being an asshole, you knew to go for Jarl Olaf. You know what I mean? Like, you can kind of remember that. The problem with Bannerlord is there's so many lords, so many clans, that they're very difficult to memorize by contrast. Sorry. And yes, I do hate that the companions in Bannerlord are kind of like presets and suffixes, and they don't really have any unique interactions like the 16 companions. I vastly prefer 16 unique companions that are always the same than some random presets that just spawn at random in Bannerlord. That is really disappointing for the companions, but at the same time, there are some mods that bring more unique companions. In Warband also, the early game is much more memorable. The quest interactions with different personalities the lords have, how bandits react. Bannerlord's removed all that. Well, again, I think right now you're just heading into some of the nostalgia that you have for Warband. Because, like, are the quests really that unique in Warband? No, they're not. Like, you would read the first line of the quest, and you know exactly which quest it is. Oh, you gotta kill some murderer in a village. Oh, you gotta go pay some collect some taxes. It's not that unique, in any capacity, you know? Anyway, I'm getting so sidetracked with this debate. I'm trying to play the game here, and I'm sorry if people are starting to tune out. Okay, where am I? Oh, I'm past Roma? I didn't even realize. The caves of Dionysus, if I remember, this is where you get the people to start an orgy in Rome that destroys the whole city. Dude, this music is so loud. Even for me, like, calm down. Okay, well, I got some... Let's go back to Rome. Can I continue the quests? Okay, so how long is Rome going to be destroyed for? Because I still have to do... I need to talk to the guy. Okay, well, I'm supposed to go to Lemuria. Let's try this. Where is Lemuria? Oh, it's right there. You sure you guys want to be declaring war when your capital just got burned? Okay, well, let's try and save that village. $65? I can't beat 65 of them. I got practically destroyed even when we were winning. They're so tough. How much time do I have to save them? Oh, there's no deadline on that quest, presumably. I mean, I don't see any. Let's just go for further out and see what happens. Why can't I get recruits? Oh, I think I got my party limit. I'm such an idiot. Okay. Well, I think I'll go fill that quest then. I don't think I can do much, realistically. They're gonna be way too tough. Even with the villagers, I'm gonna get whooped. I don't see it happening. 65 of them. And I'm still like... Just level 4. Damn. Okay, well, if I can keep them in a line, might be better than if they're in rows, that's for sure. You gotta love how the commands were registered by... It's like someone's mic just blew up when they were trying to record these lines. Dude. Are there 65 of them in there? Okay, what are you guys doing? What are you doing? I just... Jesus. I'm sorry if I sound rude. It has been 3 years since I last saw your content. No worries. But how did you become bald? I just became very manly. It's male balding patterns. And 3 years ago, I was starting to notice it. And last year, it became way too obvious. So I decided, screw it. I'm just going to start shaving my head now. Well, don't tell me. Oh, this is only a thrusting weapon? Why can't I swing? Stupid. Okay, well, maybe we have a fighting chance because we're spread and they're out of formation. Well, it works, more or less, but, I think I'm still gonna lose. Damn it. Oh, well, hey, I got somebody else. Bruh. What? Come on. Well, there you go. Well, the swing's pretty cool, actually. Bruh! Why does it suck so bad, though? Wait, I don't have any weapons? Well, they're running too. Okay, well, they retted barely. Try pressing X to see if you can swing normally. I think it changes. No, X is usually for switching into weapon mode. Like if you have a trouble weapon like a javelin and you press X, you might start using it like a spear. Where did your helmet go? I got knocked out, and this is the body slider feature. I'm playing as one of my soldiers. Whew. Well, there was only 35 of them. But yeah, I'm having a really hard time progressing. I need way more troops, but it's with the Gladius. I think it's used to change it when players... Oh! Okay, maybe. I'll have to check. No new level, and I'm still stuck at 37 troops max. Roma has recovered from being raided. Okay. So now I can go back. That sword weapon looked like a gladius, so it kind of makes sense. It can't swing because it wasn't designed to be that way. It was made for formation fighting as it sucks for slashing. But I mean, it's still a slashing weapon. Like, I understand what you mean, for sure. But, you know. Poverty of town of Roma is unbearable. Yeah, I can imagine. But what other your other promise to set me free? Good. Now that you're mentioning it, there's a second task that needs to be done. I see. You promised it. Don't break your word. I never said that I would set you free immediately. Oh, that weasel. I said your reward would be your freedom if you help me resolving this problem. Unfortunately, resolving this problem demands a final battle. And it is still not clear if I will succeed with my plan. And anyway, haven't I not paid you well? And there's even more waiting for you if you'll do this last task. Guess I have no choice again. That same stupid quest from Native. Oh, you're right. Pressing X changed the mode. So now I can swing. Fantastic. That's what I wanted this whole time. So now I can swing. Hey, hey. And still stab. And then if I stick like this... Okay, so yeah, it's X. You're right. Man, I look so clumsy. Trying to run like... Hey, Randall Blackfire is back. Hope things are well. Yeah, you know, we're managing. And how are you? Well, the swing damage doesn't seem to be doing much, actually. Like, the edges are blunt, you know? That is a nice villa. Very nice indeed. Before I forget, here's a fake document I prepared. It declares you as a freed slave. You are now officially free. Hopefully we'll meet again. Until then, enjoy your freedom. So no new quest? Well, usually what you do is you go in the tavern and then he tells you that it led to nothing. You take a walk close to Rome. The sun touches your face softly. You see a couple sitting in distance. You hear no birds, no wind. All is quiet. I can't move. This old man is walking towards me. I don't wear the rags of a slave anymore, though I managed to get some armor. Greetings, child. A beautiful day, is it not? The sun is a blessing on old bones. But you wear the rags of a slave. Have you misplaced your master? I am no one's property. I am a free citizen of Rome. What's your goal in this playthrough? Well, there's a story mode, so I'm really just going with the story mode right now, and then maybe I'll overthrow the Emperor, if that's an option. That'd be interesting. Lying is such a waste of breath. I saw the brand on your leg when you walked up. I recognize you. You belong to Marcus Gaius Cretius. I saw you. I saw you on that terrible night. I was watching from the hills when you rallied the others, when you put a torch to his villa, when you murdered him and his daughter. It's true. He was a cruel master, but the revolt... It went too far. It was not meant to end in butchery. Regardless, you will keep your mouth shut. Tell the Vigiles, tell anyone, and I will silence you for good. I will not end up on a cross. Fear not, child. The squabbles of men are like the buzzing of flies to me now. When you have seen as many suns rise as I have, you learn to look past such trivial things to the heart of the matter. Your secret is safe. I am old, and my time is short. But because of that, I must ask you a final favor. Every soul needs an obulus, a coin for the ferryman Charon to cross the Styx. I am a beggar, I have none. So you're asking me for a coin? Not so simple. If I die with a coin in my mouth, some carrion picker will pry it out before my body is cold. I will have no proper burial. No, I need you to make an offering for me. I need you to travel to Sicily and cast a coin into the mouth of the underworld itself. That is a strange and morbid request. That is an interesting quest, though. I have friends there who can guide you. Amacos Impostos and Claudia Urgunlanilia. You may have heard of her father, the divine Claudius himself. He never acknowledged her, of course. She was an inconvenience, a stain on the imperial purple. They tried to make her disappear in the naval brothels of Neapolis. That's where she met Amacos. A Caesar's daughter in a brothel. A cruel fate. How did you come to know them? Rome was not always this ragged philosopher. Bleh. I was not always this ragged philosopher. I was once one of the wealthiest men in Rome, but I had a weakness for beauty, and the most beautiful women are often the most expensive. Her name was Julia, an Egyptian girl who called herself Nefer, the most beautiful of the most beautiful. And she was. But a woman like that is a whirlpool of chaos and desire. She led me on a tour of every vice and folly imaginable, which is how we ended up in a brothel in Neapolis. In a moment of guilt-ridden clarity, I bought every soul in that place and set them free. Amacos and Claudia were among them. They found this new faith. They worship Christus now. And they tried to save my soul in return. They failed. I lost everything. Did you give up on doing a playthrough of the World of Ice and Fire mod? That would be interesting too. If you go on my channel, you can see one of my videos from last year is how the mod made me crash out and I gave up because it was too bad. Blackfire, if he's still here, is a witness to that campaign. It was a mess. I'm sorry for your misfortune, but if they are your friends, why not ask them for this favor? Ha! Because they are Christians. They will tell me to confess my sins and be sprinkled with water. They don't believe in Charon's toll. They have their own god, and I have mine. That is why I must ask you. I see. The Caesar's forgotten daughter. That is the story I wish to hear. Tell me where to find them. With the last of my fortune, I bought them a small house near the entrance to the underworld. Go to Sicily and find them and ask to see the way. They will preach at you, but in the end, they will show you. A single copper coin is all that is required. Toss it into the darkness, and my soul will be at peace. Yeah, Randall Blackfire remembers. Yeah, it was traumatic. I know, it's hard even on easy damage. Yeah, no, like, you look at the whole live streams, but I mean, I summed it up. I made a summary video, the one Warband mod to make me crash out, I think I called it. And you can see, like, the experience I had with this campaign. It was the first time I gave up in one of my playthroughs. I will do as you ask. I'll leave for Sicily at once. But tell me, what is your name? My name? Forgive an old man's memory. I am Gaius Timeritus. Now go. I feel the end is near, and I wish to spend my last moments by the spring of Aphrodite, just over there. Not gonna lie, your helmet reminds me of Marcus Aurelius, the restorer of the world. It just reminds me of the guy in the Barbarians TV show when he takes off his mask during the ambush at Tettenberg Forest, and it reveals he's got the barbarian makeup on. That's the only time I ever really saw a mask like that in any TV or movie or... So that's why it's all I see now. The show was okay. It dragged on for a bit. Okay, so main story, Catabasis. Ask them about the entrance to the underworld, enter a coin. Travel to Sicily. Well, I mean, Sicily is the islands. Oh, Claudia's house is right there. Okay. Hey, new level. Okay. It's interesting how the levels give you different stats to upgrade every time. Alexandria was hit by a disastrous earthquake. The people were shocked when the earth shook under their feet with such a strength that even the strongest building was damaged. They left their houses and run for their lives to escape death. It will take a month to bury the dead and rebuild the houses. The people pray to the gods that the disaster may end soon. Is the volcano the entrance to the underworld? New cutscene, let's go. That was a dramatic shot just to bring me here. Who are you? What brings you to our humble home, stranger? I come with news of an old friend of yours, Gaius Demeritus. He has passed away. His dying wish was that I travel here and cast a coin into the realm of Hades, so that he may pay the ferryman. He said you live near the entrance and could show me the way. Oh, Lord have mercy. Demeritus is gone? Gone before he could accept the grace of baptism. His soul is lost to us. She throws herself to the underground and starts weeping. Peace, Claudia. The Lord is just. Our master taught us not to despair. We will pray for his soul this evening. Rise. Yes, you are right. Thank you, Quadruzino, for bringing us this sorrowful news. You must stay and share a meal with us, and join our prayers for our lost friend. Tell me, have you been washed in the waters of baptism? Yes, I am a follower of the way. Praise be, then you will pray with us as a brother. Let us begin. I am sorry to interpret your fervor, but I gave my word to a dying man. I must fulfill my promise to him. His soul needs our prayers, not pagan rituals. Tossing a coin to the dark hole is a meaningless superstition. Claudia, he is right. We must honor the promise made to our friend, even if we do not share his beliefs. But Amacos is heresy. It is an act of love for a friend. Be still. I will guide him to the entrance. You, Claudia, prepare the meal and make ready for our evening prayers. Come now, Quadruzino, before the light fails. Light falls, I guess? Such foolishness. Very well, husband. I will do as you say. Claudia walks towards the house while you follow Amacos. He leads you on a steep and rocky path. The higher you get, the worse it smells. Smoke fills the air. It becomes harder to breathe. Soon Amacos stops and says, "This is the entrance. Now throw the coin into it." You stand in front of a crater. It's hot and stinks. You take out a copper coin and come closer to the crater. You want to throw it, but suddenly the ground shakes. You stumble and fall into the crater. Amacos tries to help you, but he is unable to catch you. You hit the ground and everything becomes black. Ooh. They've got some very interesting quests in this mod with the new update. A shimmering light appears in the distance. The gates of the underworld open before you. There emerges a quiet commotion from the long dark passage behind the gates. The underworld is awakening. Descend into the underworld. Oh shoot. Lupa. Can you remember me? I don't think I ever met you before. One of the grievous experiences you make as a human is that you cannot memorize everything. Though, it is also one of the good things about our mind, as we usually first forget terrible experiences. You are right, but tell me, where am I right now? You are in the realm of oblivion. The place where most people end after they died. The place only a handful of people can leave. What era is this set on? Is this the era of the Roman Republic or the era of the Roman Emperors? The Roman Emperors. We're under Nero right now. I think Teleme said earlier that we're in like 60-something BC. So, just a few decades after Jesus died. The dead cry. I just got a message hidden by my camera. The dead cry. That's what you heard, the scream. He fears the lack of a proper burial? Strange, for I myself received no such right. How did you pass Karen? That's intense. I am an ancestor. She shows you a golden bow. Bow. I don't know what that word is. I am an ancestor of the son of Venus, as you are. Could you place this coin at the entrance? I shall do as you request. Can you help me getting out of from here? You are not here to stay as someone. You are not here to stay as someone is wrapping you with a protective cloak. The sand of time is running, but hasn't reached its destination yet. Drink from the spring of wisdom. Eat the fruits of your efforts. Go and seek for Tiresias. He will help you. Yeah, I don't know what that word is. Bow, maybe? Yeah, I figure, but okay, so I need to see someone else. think I just saw someone. Oh, there you go. Haha, Gaius Julius Caesar? Nice. You have the face of a true leader, someone who is whose ambitions and are ready to sacrifice everything for his goals. You remind me a little of myself. That's a great honor for me. Some people worship you like a god. You hear something, Kerberos? Me? A god? Ha! I see you understand nothing. I want to warn you. If you strive to power, you will get nothing except a knife in your back from your most trusted friends. And after you die, you will have a nice place to relax next to me. Then you wonder why I'm here and not in Elysium? I am not sure. If you search for salvation, do not strive for power, as you will not find it here. Interesting. Megas Alexandros. That's Alexander the Great, isn't it? Those bastards poisoned me, and then they destroyed everything I built up. They never understood what opportunities we had. We had the chance to make the largest empire in the world that's ever seen. We had the chance to unite all cultures into a larger and better one. Why are you here and not in Elysium? Some people worship you like a god. Elysium? Elysium? I don't know. I don't care. I want my old life back. I want my empire back and the opportunities I had. I want Hephaestion back, my dear friend. Should Hephaestion be here too? Yes, but I haven't found him yet. Millions and millions of souls live in this disgusting place. How shall I find them? Well, you have enough time, haven't you? Yes, time is no problem. I reached eternity. Achilles is here. This is like Dante's Inferno, you know? You just meet all the historical figures in here. And the mythical ones, too. You look small and weak. What do you want? And who are you? Everybody knows me. My fame runs before me. I am Achilles. I have fought in the great war against Troy. I became immortal. If you are immortal, why are you here? A joker. Only my name is immortal, not my body. But here, in the realm of shadow, I rule over thousands of souls. Interesting, but what can these souls do, and where do you live? You are annoying. Souls can do nothing, but they need nothing. You need no house and no lands as an eternal soul. You understand? I think I got it. Good. And who's this? Agamemnon. He's gotta be beefing with Achilles. Gaming Zone asks, hey Duke, will you play Warcells Bannerlord on livestream? If you check on my channel in the lives tab, when it came out, I did do a live stream of it. I played like the full story quest, if you will. And but I don't think I can because I have a hard time with my computer live streaming Bannerlord. It kind of lags, especially the moment I have any battles, it starts lagging. So I don't think I'll be able to. But I've been playing in my own time over the past month or two, my own campaign on Bannerlord, and you know I have war cells with it, and it's fun. I'm having a good time with this campaign. I haven't caught a Xeno. Yeah, they do look surprisingly alike. I have never heard from you, but here we don't get any news. I am Agamemnon. Once I was the mighty king of Argos, but now I'm an eternal soul. Have you any tips on how to govern a realm? Well, my only mistake was that I stayed too long away from home and my wife was untrustworthy. She killed me when I came home from the war against Troy. You should always watch your wife, and do not leave her alone for too long. Sure, buddy. Odysseus. Someone's sitting on the top of that rock, so I guess I'm just gonna keep going higher. I am Odysseus. Who are you? I'm looking for Tiresias. He's the old guy sitting there before the bones. Thank you, I will leave now. Well, there's some bones over there, but no one's standing there. Who is this? Sisyphus? I don't know that name. I am Sisyphus. I must carry this stone on this hill. Then I will roll down. Then it will roll down the hill. Then I will carry it on the hill. I do this for 1,000 years now, or maybe more. I don't know. Now I must carry on. It's better you leave. Why are you here? I did many things. Well, most of the time I was more intelligent than the gods. That's my only crime. For example, I made the Thanatos, the deaf, drunken, so nobody died. Haha, this was fun. Then they threw me here. Bah, I hate the gods. Damn. I don't know that story in particular. I reached the edge of the map. He just looked at you? Who? Well, I'm in the underworld, right? What's the worst that can happen if I fall and take damage? Imagine it just breaks the whole game. Okay, well, there's a bunch of bones here. But I can't see anybody. That's still Achilles. The guy on the rug, that's not him. I just spoke to him. I think, yeah, I got him. Old guy, lots of bones. There you go. A warm breath in the cold dark. A living soul. I am the shade of Tiresias. Tiresias, son of Everest and Chariclo. Why have you disturbed the endless silence of the dead? I have fallen to the realm of Hades. I was told you could show me the way back to the light. Help you, mortal. I am a memory. A whisper in the gloom. You are the fire. It is you who must burn your own path out of this darkness. Now, you don't need to know his story that much. Sisyphus is just a guy punished to push a rock to the top for eternity. Even after finishing it, it would just reset back to the start over and over again. Well, that would be torture in the sense that, like, it's mind-numbing at the very least. His blind eyes seem to look through you. He reaches out a hand, not to your head, but to the air before you, as if touching the threads of your life. I see a child of the she-wolf, cast adrift on the river of fate. I see the path that lies behind you, and the storm that lies ahead. I see a daughter of a god, who thinks herself a goddess, yet drowns her sorrow like a common whore. I see a gilded boar, wearing an imperial purple, who fancies himself a songbird as the world bows to his squealing. And I see 3 shadows gathering, 3 daggers in the dark, plotting to bleed the boar and claim his thigh. And you are the center of it all. The eternal city is your destiny. The throne of the Caesar is a possibility. A shadow you may yet cast. Now go. The vision fades. Your path back to the light is your own to find. Well, that's cool. You awake not to darkness, but to the low rumble of thunder and the searing pain of a fractured skull. For a moment, you are nowhere. Then the world comes back in pieces. Soft cushions beneath you, the cool touch of a woman's hand anointing a wound on your arm, the scent of rain and something herbal. She notices your eyes are open and offers a quiet, unreadable smile. Without a word, she hands you a fresh tunic. You dress, your movements stiff and clumsy, and follow her through a small but elegant villa. She gestures for you to sit at a simple wooden table in the dining room. She leaves and returns a short while later with bread, cheese, and a cup of water, serving you herself. The storm continues to rage outside, a perfect mirror for the tempest of questions in your mind. Who is this woman, and how did you get here? Oh, damn. Claudia, Antonia. Dude, this is like the most story-driven I've seen since Viking Conquest. It's pretty interesting. Well now, what's this? I was just settling into another miserably boring evening with my only friend, this jug of wine, when I heard a great bang outside. I looked out, and lightning had struck the ground. A moment later, there you were. I may be drunk, but I'm sure of it. Either you were born from the thunderbolt, or Jupiter is getting sloppy in his old age. What else is a girl to do in the middle of nowhere but drink and watch for omens? Fuck. My body hurts. Fuck it. How dare you use such language in my presence? I am the daughter of the divine Claudius. Still, I suppose I can forgive you, considering you just fell out of the sky. Daughter of Claudius? Then you must be Claudia Argulanilla. What? Gods, no. I'm Claudia Antonia, the legitimate one. Thank Fortuna for small favors. I heard about Argulanilla. I had an affair with some senator's pretty son, so my dear half-brother Nero got nervous and either disappeared into a Neapolis brothel. So messy. She swirls the wine in her cup, then refills it to the brim. But you can just call me Antonia. Actually, I met Claudia Anglino just before I fell. Did you really? How fascinating. She idly twists the lock of her hair. You must tell me everything, and then you can tell me what a runaway slave is doing in my garden. I saw the brand on your leg. You belong to some Roman landowner, though the name escapes me. I am a free man, and I spit on the concept of slavery. Ha! A free man! Ha! Oh, that's rich. I must confess, while you were unconscious, I couldn't resist. Checking the quality of your tool. Just a little peek. But you're still just a slave. She laughs so hard she almost tumbles off. My name is Claudia, and I'm not just a slave. I'll forgive you, Fairburn, because you're drunk. Now, stop it. I mean, you are a slave, so by law, I can do as I please. But on the other hand, you were struck by lightning, a sign from the gods. Or I'm just very, very drunk. Oh, Claudia, forgive me. It's just... that brand. It's an ugly reminder. What if we just got rid of it? You'll have to anyway, won't you? What if a guard sees you in the city? Remove it? You really are drunk. How would that even work? If it wasn't for the storm, I'd be long gone. Oh gosh, what did I do to deserve this? She pulls out a small, sharp Pugio from her fold in her tunic. Simple. A few quick cuts, and it's gone. It will leave a scar, but you can just tell everyone it's a battle wound. No? No? What are you doing? Get away from me! You try to push her away, but your injuries make you weak. The blade cuts deep into your leg. Ah! There, all done. Now hold still so I can clean it. You mad witch, you insane damnable witch. Drunken whore. I should have stayed in the underworld. Ah, damn you to Tartarus. Don't be so dramatic. Be a man. If you want to be counted among the free and the powerful, you have to endure a little pain. I've done you a great favor, and here I am, the daughter of Caesar Claudius, tending to your wounds like a common slave. You're a drunken bitch, nothing more. Gods, I can't even stand on this leg. Damn you. Damn, that fucking hurts. Now I can't even stand anymore. Don't you dare speak to me like that again. Ah, I'm tired. That one has finally won. You need to rest as well. We'll talk tomorrow. You can sleep here, on the floor, or on the floor of the dining room. A punishment for your rudeness. Good night, Claudia. I expect you to be far more polite in the morning. Damn, there is so much going on. You like the PFP of Executor? Isn't that, from Doki Doki? I think it is. I'm not gonna lie, since Christianity is in a rise during the era, this game sets it be cool if you can have an extra dialogue to refuse the existence of this Roman deity's existence. Well, I already did that, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Sleep is a distant country you cannot reach. The fire in your leg denies it, a constant, throbbing agony that consumes every thought. In desperation, you find a bottle of wine and drink, not for pleasure, but for oblivion. You drink until the edges of the pain blur and the world finally dissolves into blackness. You dream of the underworld, a cold, grey realm of whispering shades. Then a moment of impossible peace. You see your parents standing beneath a birch tree, just as you remember them. You open your mouth to call out, but they crumble like ash on the wind, disintegrating into the darkness that rushes in to swallow everything. You awake to a spear of sunlight stabbing you in the eye. Your head feels like a cracked pot, and your mouth tastes of stale wine and regret. Across the room, Claudia Antonia is moving with the pained slowness of the profoundly hungover, preparing a simple meal. God, my head, she groans, noticing you're awake. She brings a plate of bread and cheese and sits opposite you, the silence filled only by her loud, miserable chewing. I love how they have like these dramatic opening shots to show you where you are, and then it cuts to the scene like it's an actual movie. Kind of long though, but it's okay. I have to admit, I don't remember who you are, and this is the first time I've been sober in a week, maybe 2? My head is pounding. I'm not surprised. If I could walk, I'd have been gone hours ago, but I'm stuck here in your dining room thanks to you. Injured? Oh God, it's coming back to me. You're the slave. I freed you from your brand. Oh, my head. I also remember, I saw you appear in a flash of lightning. Was that real? Or just Bacchus playing tricks? Still, what were you doing or running around my property in a thunderstorm? You must have killed your master and fled, yes? I was never a slave. Fortune has been cruel to me, but I was born free. My parents found me as an infant, adrift on the Tiber in a basket. They raised me as their own. They were poor, but they were good people. Thugs murdered them, and when the vigilists did nothing, I hunted their killers myself. They caught me for that and sold me as a slave. The man who bought me and his daughter, they were monsters. I led a revolt. It got out of hand. They were killed. The villa burned. The others were crucified. I was the only one who escaped. What a story. She reaches for a bottle of wine. You grab her wrist. No, stay sober. I don't need any more scars. Fine. After I escaped, I met a strange old man. He knew he was dying and was terrified of having no coin for Charon. He asked me to come here, to Sicily, and threw a coin into the entrance of the underworld for him. I only agreed because he mentioned his friend, Claudia Urgulanilla lived here. I was intrigued, a daughter of Claudius. I found them, then went to fulfill my promise. I was standing at the entrance of a cave in the volcano when the ground shook. I stumbled and fell into darkness. You fell into the underworld? Now you're telling me fairy tales. It's true. I walked in the realm of shades. I spoke with heroes, with Teresaris. He spoke of my fate. Then I woke up here in your villa. Are you telling what you're telling me? Is this true? You're not lying, and I'm really sober? Does this one have a religion system like Perisno? I'm not sure. I mean, it does have religions, and you can do some things around it. It's not quite the same as Perisno. Gods. Being sober is stranger than being drunk. I'm a superstitious woman. I believe in omens. But the gods are fickle, and our minds even more so, especially when clouded by wine. You're a drunkard, that's a fact, but what I saw, what I experienced, it felt real. Maybe it was just a fever dream. Maybe I stumbled out of a volcano and collapsed in your garden. Perhaps, but your parents finding you in a boat? That's a classic sign. Romulus and Remus, Oedipus, Cyrus of Persia. Heroes are always found in baskets, adrift in the water. Of course, it's also a common way for noblewomen to get rid of illegitimate children. The poor just kill them. Do not speak ill of my mother. Whoever she was, she gave me a chance at life. Forgive me, that was cruel. Well, how is the food? Thank you, I baked this bread myself. I picked these olives myself. You are the only person in the world to be served a meal by the hands of the divine Claudius' daughter. Why are you living like this, hiding in Sicily without a single slave? Are you retarded? It's politics. My father, Claudius, was a nobody, a club-footed academic everyone laughed at. But then Caligula died, and suddenly the cripple was Claudius. I was married off to Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, a man with a great name and small ambitions, except in the bedchambers of other men. It was a fine arrangement. He left me alone. Then he made the mistake of sleeping with one of my father's favorite boys, my stepmother, Messalina, claimed he was a traitor and had him killed. More likely, she saw his imperial ambitions as a threat. We had this in common at least. It sounds like a perfect marriage then. It was. Then I married Faustus Cornelius Sulla Felix, Messalina's half-brother. I actually loved him. He was clever, and unlike Pompeius, he knew that what a woman wanted. But then Nero came to power. My husband was accused of treason, exiled, and quietly murdered on Nero's orders. I joined the Pisonian conspiracy to see him dead. When it failed, I fled here. People say I only did it because Nero married Poppaea instead of me. Nonsense. I am far more beautiful than that little whore, even if I am older. No one knows what he sees in her. So that's why I'm here. I cook my own food because I'm terrified of being poisoned. A sad story. So instead of poison, you're trying to kill yourself with wine? The world is rotten. One day there will be justice. Yes. May they both die screaming, and I would give my own life just to know they were on their way to Tartarus. Anyway, lunch is over, and I have chores to do. Time to bring up the vacuum. My leg is still on fire. I can barely move. You can stay until you're healed. I suppose the company is a novelty. I'll see you this evening, probably. The day drags on, a tedious prison of pain and boredom. From your bed, you are granted a front row seat to Antonia's clumsy parody of domesticity. She sweeps dust from one corner to another, muttering curses at a broom she holds like a spear. You hear a distant crash from the kitchen, followed by a string of inventive oaths that would make a sailor blush. The villa's fine layer of aristocratic dust remains largely undisturbed. As evening falls, she returns, not as a gentle nurse, but as a resentful jailer, trusting a plate with a simple meal of bread and cheese before you. Damn. And the scene again. They forgot to make it like the sun dawning, you know? Any day now. We'll get to the scene. There we go. I have an idea. Listen to me, Quaduzino. There's an old prophecy, a rumor that's been whispered in the East for decades. It says a new ruler of the world will come from Judea, or one of the eastern provinces, and bring peace. It's nonsense, of course. Nothing important ever comes from the East except grain and fanatics. But what if the prophecy was just aimed at the wrong man? What if you are this mysterious ruler? A fine idea. I've always known I was destined for more than this. Ha! Such arrogance for a slave I found in my garden. Good, you'll need it. Stuck in Claudia Antonia Villa, the soap opera. Yeah, basically. I don't believe you're a messiah, but what if we made you one? Marry me, and you're the son-in-law of a Caesar. The rest is just marketing. Oh, it's Nero Claudia's time. Yeah, you should definitely take the empire for yourself. Rome needs a better emperor than that crazy pyromaniac. Yeah, I figure. Isn't Nero the one who kept his garden lit by burning Christians alive? Was that even true, or is that just a myth? I don't even know. You're a political exile with no power. How could this possibly work? Power? I have the most powerful tools in Rome. A legitimate bloodline and a thirst for revenge. Listen, the story writes itself. Found in a boat on the Tiber, just like Romulus, you've walked into the underworld and returned. You were struck by lightning, a sign of Jupiter's favor. Nero claims that happened to him, but there were no witnesses. I saw you. I am your witness. You saw it in a drunken haze. It doesn't matter. The point is, I will stop drinking and start plotting. I will go back to Rome, spread these stories, and find out which senators are tired of living in fear of a mad poet. I will build a foundation. It sounds like a great way to get us both killed, but I have nothing to lose. Good. Then you are with me. I'll see that you're cared for until that leg is healed. Then you go and build your legend. I will go and build our conspiracy. When you have made a name for yourself, I will contact you with the next steps. Very well. Let's see if we can set the world on fire. Well, I mean, I already burned Rome. You know, it was a tutorial for the rest. The days of forced convalescence bleed into one another until finally your leg is strong enough to hold your weight. The strange interlude at the villa is over. On the morning of your departure, Antonia meets you at the door, her eyes clear and sober. Now the real work begins, she says, her voice low and firm. You're to become a man of consequence, a name whispered in the barracks or the forum. Build your legend. While you do that, I will return to the shadows of Rome and begin to weave our web. A final critical instruction, she adds, her gaze intense. Do not try to find me. Do not send messages. To all the world, I am dead or disappeared. If you lead them to me, you lead them to our graves. When the time is right, and when you are ready, I will find you. Now go. Well, damn. So, what do I got now? Main story, either Caesar or nothing. Nice. Don't accept that the Caesar name at this point of time was useless. Too late for that now. There's like a 15-second delay at least. You descended into Hades and talked with several great figures. Among them, the oracle Tiresias foretold your future. One day you would bear the title of Caesar Augustus and rule in Rome. By chance, you met Antonia, the daughter of Claudius. She convinced you to join her scheme to overthrow Nero. As a first part, you need to establish yourself among the Roman nobility. Once done, you will receive a message from her. Goals: be part of the Roman Empire, either as noble, governor, or tribune. Okay. Main story, become a rich landowner. You need to establish yourself among the Roman nobility. In Rome, it is all about money. One option is to become a rich landowner to finally rise into nobility. Goal: have 200,000 denarii, own 5 latifundia, and have a renown of at least 200. Serve in the legion. You need to establish yourself among the Roman nobility. One option is to join the Roman army and rise through the ranks to become finally part of Roman nobility. Have the rank of Tribunus Militaris. How does he know me? So how do I join the army? Do I join as a mercenary? What's my I have 77 renown right now, and I'm just 18? I didn't realize I was just 18 years old. Damn. Well, considering the game literally has you be like 1 day at a time. What? And morale is low. I need to fight some people. Any bandits? Agrippina, Nero's mother, forced a marriage between her 16-year-old son and Octavia, the 13-year-old daughter of Tiberius Claudius Caesar Augustus. Years later, Nero fell in love with Poppaea Sabina. Sabina challenged him to reject Octavia. Nero accused his childless wife of adultery with a slave and banished her. 12 years later, he married Sabina. This caused heavy riots and uprisings because Octavia was very popular among the people. Therefore, Nero had the rumor scattered. Octavia had tried together with her lover to depose him. Thus, Nero banished her to an island. Nero gave the order to cut her wrist and suffocate her in hot steam a few days later. Nice! Haha! Damn. Okay, I have 1 day of food left. Okay. I might as well have some gauntlets, but these will be better. Not quite. Okay, right now what I'd like is just some bandits to fight. It's like they all disappeared all at once. It's weird. Bruh. Of course my troops are gonna desert. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't... Where are the bandits? Why can't I find any bandits? I'm just looking for some fights, man. Come on. Either Caesar or nothing. The Republic would have been better. Caesar's successes are undeniable, but he did kill the Republic. You spent some time pondering how history would have unfolded if powerful Romans could resolve their conflicts in elections without repeated civil wars. Yes, I'm a liberal, okay? I believe in democracy. That's tense. Finding turbans in here is kind of crazy. And even some cataphract helmets from Daniv. I feel like the patrols have become like too effective at killing bandits, because there used to be a whole bunch as soon as I started the game, and now I can't find any. Okay, is there actually any bandits? I don't see any anywhere. Some deserters right here. Iberian rebels. I was just in Italy. What about Italy? Is there any here? Yeah, there's nothing. What happened to all the bandits? It's like they spawned once and they'll never appear again. What the hell? Nero is so beloved, nobody, and so good at rolling, nobody ever needs to turn to banditry. Yeah, I guess that's it. But like, that's kind of sucks, because now I'm like not even sure what to do. Like, I'm supposed to join the army. I would need one of them to let me join. I don't see any option to I love how he makes the... Still alive? Well, yeah, but he's in Rome. Go to city center? Okay. Okay, he's still in there. Go to city center and talk to recruiter. Oh, okay, yeah, thanks. That'll help for sure. But I also have to collect the debt, so I'll need to go into the Lord's Hall. What button? What are you talking about? I'm hearing a fight. What's going on over there? Dude, that is messed up. I'm seeing a mug in progress. Doesn't seem like that guy's going down easily, though. Keeps getting up. Nothing to see here, folks. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to go to the castle first so I can complete a quest. His name is Quintus Fabricius. Quintus Fabricius. I guess I'm breaking someone out of jail. Maybe. There he is. Here, listen, you little rascal. You owe some money. And he's got the face of someone who owes money. You deliver an impassioned speech that echoes through all listening ears like poetry. The world itself seems to quiet down in order to hear you better. The inspiring words have moved Quintus Fit deeply, and he looks much more well-disposed towards helping you. Nice. However, I am not yet convinced. Well, there you go. Is that Nero here? Oh, that bastard. And that's his new wife, Sabina. Flirt with her to improve relations in front of Nero? Nero, guards! Why is this standing before me? Okay, what were you saying? Go to town center, the button. Go to town center, this one, right? You are stopped abruptly by a slave, his eyes wide and his breath short. You are Claudia Zeno? He asked, not waiting for an answer. My master must speak with you, now. He presses a heavy purse into your hand. 1,000 denarii, for your trouble, and for your speed. He is not a patient man. Gaius the Carius told him you were the one to hire when a problem needs solving quickly. My master is the main goods merchant. You'll find him at his shop in the town center. He is waiting. What should I tell him? Okay. Who am I supposed to speak to? Special quest. A meeting. Visit the goods merchant of Rome. You can find him in his shop in the town center. Okay. Let's do that. Oh, yo, there's even rubble now to indicate that there was like a fire. That is so cool. They changed the scenery to match with the fire? Wow. The amount of work that took. Impressive. I think the merchant is over there. Is that the inn? I'm not sure. You useless sack of flesh. Didn't I tell you to move that wine to the cellar an hour ago? By the gods, I should have whipped you for your incompetence. Ah, Claudia Zeno, forgive the misunderstanding. Yes, of course. Here, 1,000 denarii, as promised. You value coin, I can see that. Good, that simplifies things. Let's get straight to business. I have a problem, and I am told you are... a solution. What kind of problem? A man named Lucilius, an upstart. He has opened a competing shop and is undercutting my prices. This is not just business, it is a threat to my livelihood. When my customers realize they can get their goods cheaper from him, I am ruined. I want you to go to his shop and liquidate this asset. You want me to wreck his shop? I want you to kill him. A shop can be rebuilt. Guards can be hired. A corpse, however, is a permanent solution. I will pay you 10,000 denarii for this service. No, I'm not a murderer for hire. Refuse? A pity. An opportunity like this is rare. I will simply find someone else with a fewer scruples, but your payment for coming here is, of course, forfeit. My answer is still no. Find another killer. Then our business is concluded. Farewell, Claudia Zeno. Well, there you go. I ain't doing that. We are poorer than 51 towns and richer than 0. This is Rome is the crappiest part of the world right now. Wait. No, he's got some civilian clothes on or something. I don't know. Visit the script? Famous artist. Oh, the agony. The injustice of it all. Curses on all bandits and their brutish fists. I was robbed. Right outside the baths. They took my purse. And when I protested, they broke my nose. And the butcher who calls himself a physician left it crooked. A crooked nose on an artist. The Vigilis? They called me a fool and laughed. But allow me to introduce myself. I am Kashmir, a painter of renown, a poet of the soul, currently suffering a temporary financial malaise. Perhaps a man of your standing could spare a few coins for a suffering artist? Here, let me help you. Splendid. A patron, a true Maecenas. I shall immortalize you. I will write odes to your generosity, paint fricoses of your triumphs. Your name will be sung in every tavern from Pretonia to Aegyptus. But such grand plans cannot be forged with dry throats. Come, let us seal our new partnership with wine. Fine, but you're paying. I? Pay? Of course, an artist must host his patron. Ah, that's the stuff. You know, I'm not just a poet. I'm an actor, a musician. Dizzy my fingers on the lyre can make a Vestal virgin weep with desire. For you, my friend, I could write an entire play. Is that so? The tavern keeper appears, his face a mask of thunder. Kashmir, you worthless parasite. What are you doing back here? Good sir, I am a free citizen conversing with my new patron. How dare you interrupt this genesis of a new epic? Patron? Traveler, you must know this man is a fraud, a drunkard, and a thief of my patience. He claims to be a great artist, but the only thing he's ever created is a massive tab. He owes me 500 denarii. Somehow I'm not surprised. Lies. Slander from a man with no soul. I am a genius. I'll prove it. I'll prove it to you all. He shoves past you both and makes a panic dash for the door, only to collide head first with a large, unmoving figure. The tavern keeper, his patience finally shattered, threatens to call the Vigiles to settle Kashmir's massive debt. Panicked, Kashmir shoves past you and makes a desperate bolt for the door. He collides head first with a mountain of a man who was just entering, a figure with the physique of Heracles. The giant turns, his expression unreadable. Without a word, he grabs the sputtering artist by the throat and hurls him to the floor. What follows is not a fight, but a savage, brutal beating. The man's fists fall like hammers, again and again, long after Kashmir has stopped moving. You and the other patrons rush to intervene, but it's too late. By the time you pull the giant away, Kashmir is a broken, bloody mess on the floorboards, his last poem silenced forever. The killer shoves his way back out the door and vanishes into the crowded street just as first whistles of the approaching guard can be heard. What the hell was that? I got 1000 experience from interacting with a drunk who got beat to death? That's it? Let me see if I can get a follow-up with her. No, that's it. That's done. That's all that happened. Damn. Okay, visit the scriptorium. Fine. The Empire is always looking for new recruits. Which legion do you wish to enlist? I also would like to remind you that you need a letter of recommendation to enlist the Praetorian Guard. Hint: only active parties not in any battle will show up. It is also a good idea to join the Marshal's Legion or a legion at an enemy border. Well, I can definitely go to London. Valeria Victrix party, current party size 421, headquartered in Londinium. Sure. The 10th Legion, the 20th Legion actually. Do you wish to join them? When you reach your destination, you will receive your equipment and you will be properly instructed. Yes, I will serve the Empire. Very good. They are waiting in front of the main gate. If you make your way now, you will reach them in time. Well, damn. Your service in Negatus Lucius Calpurnus Lycianus party starts. After the Quartermaster has given you the command, a Centurio orders you to follow him. You and other recruits await the order of the Centurio. Nice. Ave Caesar. You have the honor to serve Caesar on the field of battle. You will follow his orders, you will defend his name, and you will strengthen his might. If Caesar says, march south, you will march south. If he says march north, you will march north. But since Caesar can't be everywhere, the legate is his representative here. But since the legate doesn't have time to give every idiot like you orders, I am the representative of the legate. Which means you will follow my orders, and if you don't follow my orders, you offend your legate and your Caesar. And since offending a divine Caesar must be punished, you will be punished, either with the stick or the whip. He shows the whip and locks it. Follow my orders, or I will be forced to use them. But I think I should show you how this stick works. He points at the recruit next to you. You there. Me? Yeah, you. To show the other recruits how punishment works, I will punish you for being so ugly. He is ugly, though. No, please, no, sir, Centurio. Damn. I hope you all now understand what happens if you don't follow my orders. Now, I have to make sure you are all capable of the job. A legionary has to be strong and stupid. I want you to be able to build a palisade in less than 10 minutes, if ordered. But I also want you not to question my orders. We will now march to the practice area, where you will train in teams of 2. Damn! That's a whole thing! It's not just like Freelancer and the Sun mod, it's a whole thing. You follow the Centurio to a small training field. You and the recruit who has been punished before will have to train together. You receive the proper training equipment, then the Centurio approaches. Sadly, I have the duty to teach you how to fight properly. Otherwise, I would now enjoy a good cup of wine, but I have to take my time with you two ugly idiots. Luckily for you, the Princeps doesn't want that his men die in the first battle, but the only way to survive the first battle is proper training. You must learn how to fight with Gladius and Pelum. You have been given javelins, a shield, and a sword. You will now fight against each other until I say stop. Let's begin. This is real right now. This is real. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Your training part continue to fight until nightfall. Exhausted, you march back to camp. Well, there you go. Press K on the world map to view available mission. You can volunteer for one of the available tasks or participate in a training session. Press K on the world map to view available mission. I thought it was set in Londinium, because that's where we'll be doing a lot of fighting. Yes, the classic route, the military route. Once you become powerful enough and popular to the troops and you lead a rebellion and declare yourself emperor, that'd be cool. At the beginning of his reign, Nero was under the influence of his mother, Agrippina. But Agrippina gradually lost control over her son. Then she threatened to overthrow Nero through intrigues, conspiracies, and bribes. Nero, who feared his mother, set up a commission to investigate Agrippina's conspiracies, which also included Seneca. But the commission could not prove anything. With the help of his former teacher, Anicetus, now an admiral, he wanted to sink Agrippina with a specially prepared ship, but she managed to swim ashore. On March 23rd, 59 AD, he ordered her murdered in her villa. Terrible. Bitch. Finally, you can take a break from your exhausting travels. The troops set up a marching camp. One group of soldiers dig the trenches to protect the camp, one group of soldiers dig the holes for the latrines, and the rest of the soldiers set up camps or cook meals together with the follower woman. Since you are a new recruit, you are ordered to dig the latrines. After the work is done, you sit together at a campfire together with 2 other soldiers and a follower woman. Okay. That's loud, Rain. Here, have a bite. You look like we could use it. Only because Centurion hoard all the decent wine. But listen, go to Zeno. A word of warning about our Avarita here. She's got a sharper eye for a full coin of purse than a cook has for fresh ingredients. Be careless, and she'll fleece you clean. Don't you listen to this blathering idiot, quoted Zeno. I'm as honest as the day is long, and probably the only recent soul in this full forsaken camp of loud mouths and ruffians. How about it? Another bowl of my delicious stew? Oh, no thank you. I'm quite full, really. Suit yourself. More for me, then. And you, handsome, care to try Verita's famous stew? No, Superbuzz? See? I told you. Even the camp dogs wouldn't touch that slop. Oh, stuff it, both of you. If no one appreciates fine cuisine, I'll enjoy it all myself. You know, Verita, all that stew isn't doing your figure any favors. You there. What's your name, quiet one? Primus Superbus. Superbus, eh? Don't say much, do you? Probably for the best. Honestly, you look like something the cat dragged in and the 2 dogs wouldn't bother with. Frankly, I don't waste my breath on lanky, loudmouthed imbeciles like yourself. Oh, is that so? Knowing enough for Dominus Superbus, am I? With a sudden lunge, Milos grabs Superbus by the scruff of his neck and shoves his head towards the stew pot. Hey, hey! You oaf! My stew! You're ruining my beautiful, tasty stew! Superbus thrashes, trying to break free, but Milos holds him firm, a cruel grin on his face. That's enough, break it up. And if I don't stop, who authorized you to be giving me orders, eh, new blood? Fighting amongst ourselves is forbidden. It's my duty as soldier to stop this before an officer notices. He shows Superbus away, who stumbles back, sputtering. Miles then turns slowly, advancing on you. An officer's orders I might stomach, but from a raw, untested whelp like you? That's an insult. I think it's time I taught you a lesson about the right of the stronger around here. Well, damn. I give up. You're stronger than you look like. Please forgive me, Centurio. I will leave him alone and ignore him from now on. You're a true representative of order. I bow to you, Dominus. Later, Avarita informs you that the Centurio has heard from your fight and seems quite impressed that you stood up for your lad. Well, that's good. Progress points changed 25 points. Okay. Oh my god, that's a huge fight! 2,500 against 1,400. I hope I saved recently because I might just break the game. Oh, that's good gear, yo. Alright. That ain't bad gear, man. Okay, so we're about to have a massive fight here. Oh man, they're so far away. Okay, well, first big battle. And considering that it's been a bit over 3 hours, if we survive this fight, I think I'm gonna call it a day after that. I mean, they are formed in ranks, but like, not oriented properly. Still, it's cool to see all the eagles. Nice. I need to get you a shield, man. I look like so chill. Look at this face. Damn. Okay, so the cavalry just charged in. The infantry is not really doing anything. Guess I'll just go in and see what happens. Ah, there we go. I was wondering why I didn't have that. I did actually hit someone. Nice. I'm trying to get trapped here. I would like to survive this battle. I guess they're breaking. Damn it. And Viral is back here. It's been a while. Hail Caesar, indeed. And here we go. Maybe. This is loud, even for me. Bruh. I am cheating on the life because I just want to like survive this fight. I want to see it for myself, you know? But okay, it's the one go I'm giving myself. They're at like 200 casualties already. But they just keep retreating towards the edge of the map. Wait, am I controlling everybody right now? What if I order them to charge? Doesn't seem to be the case, no. Oh, finally, some pushback. Squeeze them. Jesus. Just seem to be riding right now. There you go, at least you got one. Looks like we got a wedge going or something. Oh crap. Jesus. I'm gonna get shot and that's gonna be it. Although I think I can like do the body slider. Okay. But there's a bunch that just die on their knees, you know, and that's it. Okay, well, we got reinforcements, that's for sure. They're coming, slowly. Oh, damn. That's intense. They are praying. Yeah, basically. I mean, their casualties are wrapping up fast, all things considered, but like the battle map is so huge. Oh well, the cavalry is into the thick of it right now. They're gonna wear them out some more. But I don't know how long they'll last, because those horses are falling quick. And then the cavalry retreats to be with the infantry. The ones who make it out, that is. Dude, you lost your weapon? Okay. Where are the reinforcements? That's it. Fear me. Fear me. Of all the actors to show up in Fallout, I was not expected Culkin. I've seen the memes. I haven't watched the second season yet. Because Prime... Well, because we removed our Prime membership, so I need to pirate it, actually. Or, you know, look for it somewhere else. But I did see some of the memes. I didn't get around to watching it yet. Was season 2 good so far? Did they finish releasing all of it? Because I think Prime, they don't do like Netflix, right? They release one episode per week or something. Oh, they got cavalry. Dang, great. The first season was all the episodes. This season is weekly and constantly keeping me on the edge. Nice. So it's good then. Don't move. There you go. Thank you. Should have killed him though. Realize I got one in my sights this whole time. That looks like a good sword to have. Finally, we're about to get another fight. About time. Oh, come on. How did I miss that? Stupid. Oh my god. Oh, I guess I don't have any troops. So I'm stuck watching. These battles feel way more intense when you don't have archers to spam. Yeah. But we're pushing through. It's weird because like the controls work in the opposite that they're supposed to. Okay, well they're at 500 casualties. They've got 1,400 men. So... Reinforcements arrive, but they're on the other edge of the map, and now we're retreating towards them. Look how far they are. That's ridiculous. Why is the battlefield so huge? Because now it just means like we'll be back in like 5 minutes. We lost 300. They lost 700. I personally got 5 of them. $354, 727. Patrolling gold makes you wish for immunity. Oh, that's fantastic. That's reminiscent of one time it happened to me. While patrolling the area, local peasants approach and tell you where the bandits recently. They also inform you about the exact location of the bandit. Okay, where are they? Why are they so far? I don't know if they're actually following me. Nah, they're not doing anything. I'm not controlling them, am I? Nope. Of course not. I think I overshot it. Damn! We're actually losing. Oh my god. Guess I ain't got much of a choice. Oh, that's fantastic. I guess I lost some rations. Damn. Okay. There you go. At least I got it this time. How are you swinging with Gladius? Well, I am. Sue me. But no, someone told me that you can switch X for fighting style. So straightforward, you just stab. But if you press X, you can swing it like a regular sword. Which suits me fine. Yeah, so like I just said. But I just want to check my inventory to see my stats, but I guess they won't let me. Okay, well, I think that's pretty good for now. Because, it's been over 3 hours. Hold up. Still got the music in the back, like to finish the stream. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's definitely a lot more... Not that the first version of Acan that I played wasn't fleshed out, but that's a lot more. The fact that there's such a fleshed out story mode with so many interesting quests and everything. I mean, that's fantastic. Also, I want to thank... his name was difficult to memorize, but I'm going to call him Zunku for becoming a Duker. Remember, everybody, if you want to support the channel, you can just become a member for $1 a month. It's largely symbolic, though. Your name appears in a different color, and that's about it for now. I don't have plans for much more in the future, but I appreciate anyone who does get a membership. It's much appreciated. Also, anyone who ends up donating a super chat. It happens from time to time, and it's really amazing when it does. I really appreciate it. It helps me pay my bills. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this campaign, so I think we're going to be sticking to it for quite some time. You can expect one every Friday, unless something else happens in my life that distracts me away from it. But otherwise, I'll see you guys next week with another stream. In terms of other projects coming, I was actually arguing with someone in my chat earlier on whether or not Bannerlord is a good game compared to Warband. That's my next big video, and it is going to be like a really big video. I recorded all the voiceover, and it came to about an hour long. So it'll probably be in that ballpark. And I'm comparing base game Bannerlord to base game Warband. I'm comparing Viking Conquest to Viking to War Cells, the new DLC by Bannerlord. I'm comparing the submods from each game, and then I'm comparing the total conversions. It's going to be like a really intense video. It's going to be fun. Also, stay on the lookout for my Game of Thrones fan film, which I'm hoping to release in exactly 2 weeks. On the 30th, assuming nothing else goes wrong. Yeah, so what's in the new update? For Acan, well, the story mode that we're doing, I think that's pretty new. We also burned Rome down. I'm not sure you could do that in the original version. Not that I explored that far back then. But yeah, so that's about it for today. See you next week for the next live stream. Maybe I'll be able to release my big video, but I have my doubts. It's a lot of work. So probably, if not the week after that, then the week after that in February. But that's about it. Yep. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you next time.